Hello, welcome back to another episode of Adam on Cars, and you join me today at the 156, which I have had stuff done to. Look, oh, I'm holding a spanner, we're about to get technical. I've had things done to this over the last couple of weeks. So I've had the camber and water pump completely changed, as well as, oh god, my mechanical knowledge is really going to let me down here. I've had all of these nice and refreshed as much as possible, given the fact that they really do need some actual, replacing or some new tips. Had the ends cleaned up as well as these put in, which were black before. However, the only problem is this has exposed the ECU problem that I thought I had. So if you remember from previous videos, I thought my ECU was failing, and then I thought no, the ECU is not failing because it had a lumpy idle. It's just that it needs a proper cam belt done because the timing was really out. Unfortunately, not only was the timing really out, because it was, he said it was awful, and he's surprised that it hadn't catapulted the belt all over the engine bay. So not only was it out anyway, also now the ECU is really broken because when you go full throttle, it completely cuts out. So I have a plan to remedy this. He's given me a place where I can go, a link, so I can send off my ECU, and for about £180 plus VAT they will recode it for me, hopefully, and it should work. But before I do that, there was a video online that said that if you disconnect the battery for 45 minutes, do a bunch of other stuff, it might be able to reset it. So I figured in today's video we'll have a go with that, see what happens. So I'm going to disconnect the battery now. Sorry, there's a car going past. I'm going to disconnect the battery for 45 minutes and then go through the other steps with you today, and we'll see if we can fix it and save myself a couple of £100. Probably not, but hey, it's worth a go. So let's disconnect the neutral terminal for about 45 minutes now, and I'll get back to you at the next stage. In the meantime, while we're waiting for the battery, which I've just disconnected, just want to go over the monstrosity that is the interior of this car. So you may notice I've got two radios here. That's because this is the original one. If you remember, we've got this speaker and this speaker. They aren't working, as well as the ones on the driver's side, but the rear speakers are. However, when swapped over, they both work. So we've obviously know it's not a speaker problem. Thought perhaps it could be the amp in the back. I had changed the fuse, but just to be sure, I bought for 24 quid. I bought one on eBay, got myself a radio code, which you can find on the forum nice and easily, and it still doesn't work. I did, however, get a free Tranquility Imagine CD with all of these absolute bangers on. So that was nice, and for £24, I mean, this disc alone is worth it. Anyway, I'll let you know how it gets on. Okay, so I disconnected it for 45 minutes, and now I have to do what appears to be a rain dance. So I have to turn the key, but not start it, for 90 seconds, and leave it in this sort of mode, the MAR mode. I've also got to, after this, run the car for 15 minutes, and I don't have loads of petrol. I'm sure I've got enough for that. So I'm going to run this for 90 seconds, and then I've got to turn the car off, but leave the key in for 90 more seconds. Then I have to run it for 15 minutes continuously, but cannot push the throttle pedal. And then I have to turn the car off for 10 further minutes without removing the key at any of this point. And then I can go for a drive and see if that's worked. And then what I've got to do is get out there and do a funny dance to the gods, because that sounds like the stupidest shit I've ever seen to fix a car. But here we go. So in just a second, I will switch it off, do the next stage, which, like I said, 90 seconds with the engine off, with the key in the off position, but crucially not taking it out, because that makes perfect sense. And then we will see what happens. I think I'm coming up to the 90 seconds. I can't quite remember when, but it's been 1 minute 40 since I started recording. So I'm now going to switch that to off for the next 90 seconds, and you'll join me when I'm going to start the car up for 15 minutes, because you don't need 90 more seconds of me chatting absolute rubbish. Okay, and by the power of a time jump, the bonnet is open. It's been 90 more seconds, so we're going to start it up, but not crucially. Okay, it started. Just. So now I have to leave it like this for 15 minutes. I'll shut that up because, you know, it is getting dark and late-ish, sort of. It's December. I'll leave this 15 minutes, not touching that throttle pedal. Leave it for a further 10 minutes, and then we'll go for a drive and see if that issue has been resolved. I'm very excited to find out if this is all codswallop or if it's actually real. And also, nice side effect of the weather, this screen works again, because if you remember from my updates in the summer, it didn't work because it was too hot. But now, it does. Wow. This car really does make no sense. Right, let's shut that bonnet, go away for 15 minutes, and hope it works. Okay, so it's coming up on the 15 minutes, and why this car may be a bastard. It does sound nice, and it does look nice. I really need to get the wheels refurbed. That's the next thing I need to do on it. And then, well, obviously, and fix this bloody ECU, but hopefully this will be fixed. And then, we can enjoy it. Well, not that I've not enjoyed it anyway, but if I just... We're approaching the 15 minutes. Got me a cup of tea. Essential. Don't bloody push the button as you get in here. Oh, look, they may not have a single cup holder in this car, only to be bested a tiny bit by the fact that the 159 has got one cup holder. But the petrol did hold out. Just crossed over the 50. I'm just going to wait till it gets to the minute, because I can't quite remember exactly when I did it, and I'd rather go a little bit over than under. But hopefully this will work. I've got to leave it off for 10 minutes, and I suppose I'd best go drive to a petrol station and spend £90 on some V-Power, which is painful because I filled the other one up today at the cost of £90, and they both get about 250 miles. It's crap. Wouldn't suggest Alfa ownership. I would actually, but yeah, right, so let's turn this off and see, well, not see what happens, because all we're going to do is turn it off for now. So that's off. Now I have to wait for 10 minutes, so to about 11 minutes past, and then we're going to go for a drive, and hopefully, fingers bloody crossed, it's fixed. Okay, so the moment of truth. So I've got to start it now. Right, okay, we've started. Let's turn on some lights. Shut the door. And try and take it round the corner. However, this should, I can't see my bloody... I've got to get out this driveway, which is very tight. And I can't see my mirror because you're in the way. But fear not, we're out. That's fine. Okay. So I've no idea if this is going to work or not. I'm really hoping it does. Not just because of the faff of, you know, paying to get it fixed, or the cost and the faff, but also just because I want to drive the car. Because, oh no, I know. Right. So, let's see. The car is warmed up. So it says to do a mix of driving, being various throttle. Well, I put my... Ah, no, there we go, there we go. Well, never mind, we tried. It just came up with a motor system warning, which was the same thing I've had before. So, unfortunately, what you've just done is spent 10 minutes wasting your time. I mean, it could be worse. I've spent an hour and a half wasting mine. So I'm not going to bother, I don't think, to go fill it up with petrol. I'm just going to plunk it back in the driveway until I've got it sorted. Just see. Oh, there you go. Yeah, we had thought that was a really nice, good run then with the engine where it didn't cut out, but just as I changed gear, it cut out. Does sound good though, that now that they've done that cam belt and water pump, it does sound exquisite. Right, I'm going to turn around here. in someone's driveway because it's my God-given right to use someone else's driveway when I pay my road tax. Let's do this as quickly as possible though, because it's a road. Okay, so in conclusion, ECU resets apparently do work, not for me, which is a shame because, oh, there you go, look, that's, oh, you can see me uncomfortably jerking forward there. If you can see anything, if it's not too dark. Oh, there you go, yeah. No. Oh, no. Okay, so that's very annoying, and now I've got to get out of a junction, which is really unfriendly to cars with full throttle problems. So, thank you for watching another video on my channel. I apologise about the fact that, well, I didn't fix anything, did I? I really didn't fix anything. I assure you that I'm more bummed than you are, for fuck you. Yeah. Tune in next time when I'll probably be faffing to take this ECU out, get it sent off, and get it installed back in the car. All things that I've got to do myself, and my mechanical knowledge is, well, pretty much non-existent, so that should be good fun. Have a lovely Christmas, because I'm recording this shit before Christmas. I've said that, now that means I've got to edit it and get it up before Christmas, and that you're probably going to be watching this in the middle of August going, oh, why does he wish me a Merry Christmas? But have one anyway, because I said so. Take care, and adios.